Well, entrepreneurs start their companies because they think it will give them freedom, but so often it's the opposite that happens. So how do you create a business that works for you? It's a perfect fit. Joining me now, Adelaide Lancaster and Amy Abrams, authors of The Big Enough Company. Ladies, thanks for joining me.
Thanks so much for having us.
Thank you.
I love the premise of this book because so many people at home might be thinking, you know, I'd like to start up my own business, but sometimes you have to understand that bigger is not always better. What are the reasons why you don't have to go so global here?
Absolutely. So a lot of entrepreneurs start their businesses because they want freedom over their time, or they want some flexibility, and they want to be able to call the shots. But when you relinquish all of that control to your business and just sort of let the business momentum drive growth and direction, you don't end up in the driver's seat, and you might end up making a lot of compromises that put you in a position of why that you're not in the why you went into business in the first place.
And Amy, it goes with the whole saying that say you want to run your business, you don't want your business to run you.
Absolutely. That's really the ultimate opportunity of entrepreneurship, is that you get to create something that's meaningful, that meets your needs, that works for you. And so we wrote the book really to help people sort of get back on track if they got a little off track, if their business is running them, so they could really rethink, what do I need to get out of this business? What do I want this business to do for me? How do I want to create a life that this business fits into and supports?
We have two working moms here, another expectant mom. You're waiting for your second
Child on the way. Amy has two, I have one.
But you guys know what you're talking about. So you have a business and you wrote a book. When do you sleep? But you know what you're talking about. Let's talk about what you tell people that come into your offices and need this advice.
Absolutely.
One thing that we tell them is that as a business owner, your needs change over time. And it used to be that people went into entrepreneurship because for the sport of starting and growing a business very quickly. Now, especially in this economy, people are approaching entrepreneurship differently. They want to be their own boss, and they want to be their own boss for a long time, 15 or 20 years. Your lives change a lot over that amount of time. So it's really important to be able to create a business that's flexible and adaptable, that can evolve as your needs change, and where again, you're in the driver's seat and you're able to control and say, this is big enough, this is giving me the rewards I'm looking for.
And some people are looking at this as a long-term career choice. So again, you can adapt, but it's important to find something, I would assume, that you're very passionate about, because you've got to kind of be the force behind it, don't you think?
Absolutely. I mean, we really talk about sort of satisfaction in the now. You know, people historically thought about work as something like they'll work, and then they'll sort of retire and take all those trips. And I think that the way that the world has changed is people really look to incorporate many different interests. Some are family, some are extracurricular, and they want to do that sort of on an ongoing basis, not sort of as the end goal. So entrepreneurship really is the one way that we believe you can be very successful in sort of creating a life for yourself, finding very meaningful work that you're passionate about, that's meaningful, that demonstrates your interests, and that you can also sort of put together a life with all these other things that are important to you as well.
So someone at home thinking, I'm interested, you're telling them, your advice for them is obviously not to be afraid. I mean, this can work, right?
Absolutely. And I think the most important thing to realize is that success is however you define it. There isn't one right way to be an entrepreneur or grow a business, and you can really you can structure your business in any way that you want. You can start slow, you can take small steps. So it really is for anybody. It's anybody who wants to run and start a business can do it on their own terms, but they need to be clear about what those terms are.
And before we go, your business is out of New York City, and explain how you help a lot of budding entrepreneurs.
Absolutely. Our business is called In Good Company Workplaces, and we're a co-working space, a business learning center, and a community for women entrepreneurs. And we really help bring women together so that they can collaborate, they can learn from one another, and that they can grow really successful businesses on their own terms.
I bet there's a lot of energy in that building. I'd love to step in there and kind of feel the love there.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and good luck on the baby.
Thank you.
And again, the book is called The Big Enough Company. So are you ready?